Out here on Mount Ascutney on the Windsor Trail. Can do 2 laps, should be about 2 hours total is my plan. I believe this is a 2,200 foot climb, so I should get some pretty solid vert today in only like, I don't know, 9 miles. I did 12 miles easy on the rail trail with Anna yesterday, getting some good flat running in. And that was the day after hitting the Mount Hale time trial on FKT. Legs are a little tired, but you know, like I have been for this little half marathon mountain training block, working on the climbing legs while running and working on the downhill. So one thing I've been working on a lot is trying to run every set of climbs and keep it like in like high zone 2, low zone 3. That like granny gear type thing. Because for this race, it's 4,300 feet and a half marathon. But I want to run basically all of it. You know, I've been able to run like 20% grades now, which is awesome. It's really helping. The alpine area, getting close to the summit. Climbed like 2,400 feet in like 2.3 miles. And it is swampy here. I had a good streak going of running every set until hit the swamp. Pace doesn't show that because really emphasizing the granny in that granny gear. But it felt good. Just hit the fire tower climbing up. And we made it. All to myself. So it was 2.5 miles, 2,460 feet of gain, and took me around 45 minutes. I'm not gonna go all the way up for the second lap. I'll probably just go until I hit like 4,500 feet. That's what I was looking for, but beautiful day. So I did this morning and really opened up. That Mount Hale time trial showed me one thing clear as day. It's that the downhills I need to work on a lot. I am just not good at them. On that time trial, I was first on the segment going uphill. I crushed it. But then, segment going downhill, I was like 13th. Granted, some of those downhills were in the winter where it's definitely easier because you don't have to do all the technical rocks, but that's just not acceptable. I don't know what I have to do to get better at them, really. You just like care less about my life and personal safety, so we'll work on that. But yeah, it's just not my thing. I don't know, but maybe just more and more practice. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe. Gotten to the more buffed out part of the trail. Quite the quad burner on this downhill. Just made it back to the car after lap 1 where I went all the way to the top. 5 miles, 2,500 feet of gain, so around 1,000 feet a mile. I'm gonna eat a little food and then I only have time for 8 miles total and like 4,000 feet, turns out, so do like 3 more miles and then call it a day. Had 100 grams of carbs so far in like the hour 15 I've been running, and plan to have 55 more grams with the Santa Madre gel, which I've never tried. I'll give the review, but not bringing the camera for the last 3 miles. Trying to go a little lighter, a little quicker, but I'll catch up after. So that run up Ascutney went great. Finished the day with like 4,000 feet in 8 miles, and that run sort of kicked off my real training for the Kismet Cliff Race, where I was basically doing like a 4-week intensive training block. Kismet Cliff Race, half marathon, 4,300 feet of gain, but all that climbing is in a section where it's like 1,000 feet a mile for 3 miles, and then a big descent afterwards. And so my main focus here was to work on running uphills at like 1,000 feet per mile, and then work on running downhills too. So for training, because I was also increasing intensity compared to my summer 50-mile training, I cut down to 6 days a week of running and no cross training. So overall volume was a little bit lower, but I was getting in bigger and more intense days than before. In the past 4 weeks, I've gotten like 64 miles and 13,500 feet of gain, 50 miles and 9,500 feet of gain, and 64 miles and 16,500 feet of gain. And finally this week I got 63 miles and 12,500 feet of gain. So a lot of uphill running. Also been doing some intensity, some interval work and some tempos on flats, because it starts and ends with 5K, rolling terrain. But yeah, training's been great. I've actually loved training for something shorter in the mountains. It's something I haven't done much of, but I've gotten to do another day at Ascutney where I got 4,000 feet in under 8 miles. So over that 1,000 feet per mile and running most of it, which has been really fun. So I hope that this race goes great. I don't really know where I'm going to finish or how long it'll take because I haven't done something this short in a race before for a trail race since like the first summer I started running. So it'll be fun to see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have probably a shoe review coming out this week, and then maybe one of the next videos you'll see is my race video because I'm exactly a week out now. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like the video, share it with anyone that might also enjoy it, and subscribe. And as always, keep on running.